Okay, welcome back to the bench. Today we are going to discuss parts for our beginner's build. And you're thinking to yourself, well, why do I need parts if this is a kit? Well, this kit comes with a minimal things that you need, okay? It comes with the chassis, the links. It comes with basically what some people would call a roller if it has wheels. If it doesn't have wheels and tires, then it's a chassis with all the parts that you need to build that chassis. Okay, but it doesn't come with electronics. Sometimes it doesn't come with wheels. Sometimes it doesn't come with tires. And sometimes it doesn't come with a body. This kit comes with a body and wheels and tires. Okay, so the body for this kit is included, so this part we don't have to buy. If you don't have a body, then you can order any kind of body you want as long as it fits the wheelbase of the truck or the RC that you're building. In this case, I'm going to talk about this truck. When I talk about this truck, I'm talking about any RC. You buy parts that will fit your model, okay? So this vehicle's wheelbase, so you buy a body that fits the wheelbase of the truck that you're building, okay? So it comes with a body, so we don't have to purchase a body, so that's not one of the parts we have to get. Now, you do have to have, and it comes with wheels and tires. It comes with these wheels. They're plastic beadlocks, fine for your project if that's what you want to use, and the tires, okay? These tires are Vanquish's tires. I personally like a different kind of tire, but I'm going to use these tires because I've never used them before. Okay, I use a version of the tire for everything that I've built so far has BF Goodrich KO2s. I like them on my real vehicles, so I put them on my builds that I've made so far because every vehicle I've ever owned has had these on them, and I build a lot of one-to-one, which means it looks like my original vehicle. I'm at Dodge, it's sitting over here. I'm in the middle of building a Toyota 4Runner that I owned 30 years ago. Okay, I'm in the middle of that. I've got to paint the body and stuff. And I'm building a replica of my wife's Jeep, which you see at the beginning of this project, or my intro. And that's almost completed except for painting the body to match the color of her Jeep. Now to do that, I actually ordered paint from Mopar, the color of her Jeep. When you want to get paint for your vehicle, if you're trying to make it match, this works. Well, I'll talk about painting later, and I'll explain. Okay? For this truck, I kind of got off on a tangent here. I'm painting this truck blue. This is from Tamiya. The color is PS16 metallic blue. And that's what I'm going to paint this truck. And the top will be gray, which I've ordered but is not here yet. Okay? Alright, so back to what we were talking about. Tires. Okay, again, this one came with tires, which is a good deal. They're good tires. They feel sticky. Okay, so along with these tires, I ordered a different set of wheels. Okay, I like metal wheels, and I ordered some Injora tires, wheels. They're black and gray. I thought about getting the blue and gray. They had blue and gray, but too much blue, I think. I'm going to make them black and gray, and I'm going to make the top gray and the body will be blue. Okay, so these are, I will have a list of all the parts and where I got them and how much they cost in the description. I'm not going to go through all that here, but we're going to put Injora wheels. I bought Injora wheels for a project that I'd done before, and it is this little guy here, 1/24th scale rock bouncer. Okay, and I used Injora wheels and tires, and the fit and finish on these Injora wheels for the 1/24th scale were really great. So I'm going to try them on this build. Okay, they're bead locks, and they're not expensive. Now you can get method wheels from Vanquish, but they're expensive. And the reason they're expensive is they are copyrighted, so they have to you have to pay for the copyright to make those wheels. So when they make method wheels, they're expensive, just because you have to pay for the copyright, and they're good wheels, don't get me wrong, but they are expensive. And in my case, I'm going to use a cheaper version because I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this. And I like these wheels in the 1/24th scale, so I'm going to try these wheels on this rig, 1/10th scale. Okay, so we've got tires, wheels, then the motor. There are several ways to go here. Okay, this is what I'm going with. And this is Quick Run Fusion Pro. It's 60 amp ESC built in. Now, you can get an ESC and a motor separate, or you can buy a 2-in-1. This is called the ESC, or the Quick Run Fusion Pro 2-in-1. Brushless system for a crawler. Okay, 60 amps, 2300 kV. All right. Now, they also make ESCs, and I like these ESCs. Again, this is not expensive stuff. You can go out and spend hundreds of dollars on an ESC, or you can spend $50 on an ESC. $50. Okay, this ESC is a 1080 hobby run. A lot of people use these. This is for a brushed motor. There's brushless and brushed motors. We could talk about that in another video. Okay, this is 80 amp, and it comes with a tuner, and this tuner will work on this also. Okay, to tune up your ESC. Something else we could talk about in another video. A whole line of stuff could be talked about. So you can buy the ESC, and then you can just buy a motor. And I have a motor somewhere to go with this. I can't seem to find it right now, but I bought a Holmes Hobby motor. Okay, I also Hobby Wing makes a even cheaper 2-in-1, and it's called the Quick Run. Oh my goodness, I have one somewhere that I'm going to put in another vehicle. I can't find it. I have to be honest with you, I have a heck of a lot of parts and stuff. I've been doing this for 4 years, 5 years, but anyway, back to the parts for this one. So we're going to put this, what's called a Quick Run Fusion Pro. ESC is built in. This makes it nicer install. And it's a good motor and ESC. Okay, it's newer. I've never used one before, so this is going to be something new on this project also. Okay, now, you also need in this project what they call servos, and we need, and you probably know what those are. We need 3 servos. This has a dig function. This has a way to shut off 4-wheel drive and go to 2-wheel drive in the transmission. So, and you need a excuse me. You need a steering servo, a dig servo, and a servo to switch it out of 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive. Okay, for the steering servo, I bought a VTech 35 kg digital servo, waterproof, steel gears. Okay, it's called the FT5330M. Costs about $50, maybe less than that. I don't remember. Again, I will have in the description where I got this and how much it cost. Okay, you can spend a lot more again on servos, all the way in the hundreds of dollars. Okay, I never used this one. Again, I'm using this for the first time. So these are all kind of new to me, and there's a new project, and I'm trying to kind of be frugal with the money because this is a kind of a beginner's build. This would be something that you would probably hope to buy instead of buying $150, $200 servos. Okay, so that's going to be used. For the shifting servos, transmission servos, dig servo, whatever you want to call it, I'm using these Amazon servos, and it's a 20 kg. Okay, it's again waterproof, metal gears, and it's MS24. I've used these in a lot of other vehicles. I don't go high end on my servos, but again, I'm not a big time crawler. I'm not a big time competition person. I'm just out to have fun, trail driving mostly. So this works, and it works fine. Okay, I got 2 of those for the functions with the transmission. Servo savers come with it. In this case, these little servo savers, if you're not familiar with these, you can buy these online. These are 25 tooth. They have different teeth. You just buy a servo saver for whatever your servo is, how many teeth it has on the gears. Okay. All right. So, and of course, the VS4-10 Phoenix kit. All right. So this kit, these wheels and the tires, but those are the parts that I'm going to use. And again, all these parts. Oh, one other thing I forgot. I ordered some other parts too. They just came in, so I need to put those in this video. A light kit. I got this one on Amazon. It's called Ghoul RC. I've used some of their stuff before. I've never used this kit before. And it's pretty, it has 12 LEDs. Okay? Input voltage 4.8, 6.0. We'll talk about that when we get ready to put it in. Well, this has got backup lights and forward lights and headlights and blinker lights, and this is a little control box that comes with all these lights. And I'll show you how to do all that when we get ready to do the lights part. And inside the wheels, tires, I should say, not wheels, some people put what are called foams. Now there's a million different ways to do this. Okay, and the foams are just used to try to make the tires look more realistic or give you more traction or whatever, okay? So I bought 2 sets of foams. They come from Injora, and you know, there are so many parts out there. I've used Injora parts on other stuff. And personally, this is a personal thing, I have no problem with Injora parts, so I continue to buy their parts. They've worked for my purposes. My purposes are for trail driving. I don't do heavy rock climbing and rock trails, and mine's trail driving or just hanging out with some people and driving the vehicles. Okay, so I'm not a big-time competitive person. If you're a big-time competitive person and you're building your old vehicles, you probably know more about this than a beginner would. But if you're just a person that wants to build a vehicle, go out, drive it, and have some fun with it like you would a weekend warrior, which we have as our Jeep, then this is what we're talking about. So these foams go inside the wheels, tires, I'm saying wheels, and they are to help stiffen up, like you're putting air in the tires, but you're using foam, okay? And I got 2 different kinds. I got soft and softer, okay? And some, I'm going to try all of them in one, all of them, split them up, one's fronts and whatever, and see what happens. So these are different part number. Like I said, I don't know which is which. One's soft and one's softer, and we'll figure that out when we're building. So that's another thing that I'm putting with the kit, all right? And if you want to know my total here, with this kit and the light kit's like $8. Fusion Pro, 150 bucks. $16. Maybe $35. Okay, twice. And wheels. These wheels will cost 46 bucks. 10 bucks a piece. Foams, 16. So there's 32, 40, 70, let's say. Another 140 or 150, that's 220. Then we got the foams, another 30. We're up to 250. Lights, 7 bucks, 260. 290, 300. $300 in parts and $379 into the vehicle. Okay, so I've spent $679 for a kit build. And what you got here is a fairly decent build. Now, is that a lot for a beginner? Well, if you've been in the RC world for a while, no. To build something like this, that's not a lot of money. Okay? And if you want to build something, you want to build something halfway is decent. You know, I get paint, costs 11 bucks maybe. And the only other thing you need is a radio. Now, a radio with a transmitter and a receiver. I've got 2 of these. And I also got 2 of these. All right? This one is a Fly Sky. and it's 3 channels. Okay, and you can put, I don't know, 100 vehicles on this one thing. Just buy a receiver for each vehicle. So you only got to buy this once. Okay, if you buy something like this. Now this is mid-range. They can go high, low, cheap, whatever you want. But this is, in my opinion, a very good transmitter and the receivers. And I've bought 2 of these. I use one and my wife has one for her vehicles. Okay, and you can put all your vehicles in here and use just this one controller for all your vehicles. Alright, so you only got to buy this once. For this setup, I bought one of these for my grandson. This is an RC4GS version 3 by Radiolink. $65. Comes with a receiver. Receivers for it are between 15 and 20 bucks, maybe 11 bucks, I don't remember. Okay, and this is 5 channel, and I need 5 channels for all the things that are going on in this vehicle. So this is not a buy you got to buy every time you're going to make a kit. If it's your first kit, well, you're going to have to buy one. But this one you can put 30 different models in this one. If you build 30 models, if you like this, and you don't have to buy another one until you fill it up with 30 miles. All you got to do is buy the receiver. Like I said, maybe 15, 20 bucks for the receiver. I'll talk about that when we're making the build. This is made by Radiolink, and this is going with this kit. Okay, so yeah, I have to add that on to this kit. So we're talking about 800 bucks. Okay. Again, does that sound like a lot of money? Maybe to you as a beginner, but this is what you have to look forward to. But you're going to have a heck of a system. You're going to know everything about the system. You're going to have all the parts you want and not some parts that somebody decided to put on. Go to Axial right now and build a vehicle with all of their parts that you could do at home. It's a build system they have. You pick your chassis, you pick your body, you pick your radio, you pick your whatever. And by the time you get done, you're looking at over 1,000. And the one that I seen on YouTube that a couple built and had sent to them, $1,400. $700 more than this. And this right here is probably a better vehicle than what they paid $1,400 for. But they didn't have to build it. But they got all the bells and whistles and upgrades that you get right here because you did it yourself. So you can spend whatever you want. The base model is $379. You can go from there. You can end up spending $500, or you can end up spending $2,000 or $3,000. Depending on what you want to do for upgrades. This is an $800 build. Okay? Now, like again, it might sound like a lot to you, but if you're looking at this video and you're getting ready to be part of the RC world and you want to build your own vehicles, this is what it's going to take to make a good vehicle. I got vehicles over here that are $1,000. I got vehicles over here that are on this bench over here that are $100, up to $200, $300. Okay, so you can spend whatever you want. This, in my opinion, is a good price for everything you need. This is like a ready to run that you build. You get all the parts you need, and you build it yourself. And when you're done, you got something that you can say, hey, look what I built. Look what I made. Look at this bad boy. All right? And that's my passion with this whole thing. I've only been doing it for 4 years, and this is where I'm at in my world of RC building. Now, I have built... Well, my camera just shut off on me. Anywho, I don't know where I was, but I'm going to go back a little bit. Again, I have built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different vehicles from scratch. Either through a kit like this, or I completely got all of the parts and built from scratch. I got a monster truck, and I got a rock bouncer. This is one of my biggest views, got the most views on my channel, of this rock bouncer. I built this from scratch. I built all the parts, ordered all the parts and put it together. It was not a kit. Okay? So again, it can go a long ways in this world of RCs. But here's what we're going to be doing, and this will be a weekly thing I'll put out. Like, I'll build the axles, and then I'll build this, and then I'll build that. And while I'm building it, I'll tell you about the tools and about what things you can buy to help you make this a fun and simpler project. Okay? So, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.